A shooting incident earlier this week has caused school officials to cancel tonight's Anniston High School homecoming parade.
Summertime is about to come to an end. Fall is about to begin, but the weather across East Alabama remains unchanged. We'll have a complete look at the forecast for all of East Alabama coming up.
Coming up in sports, we'll check in with the Oxford Yellow Jackets as they prepare for a big region matchup. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello and welcome to East Alabama Now Local News for Thursday, September 21st, 2023. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards. School officials made the decision this afternoon to cancel the parade after the school's resource officer warned them that violence might break out. That warning was based on the aftermath of a shooting that took place late Tuesday night in the area around the South Highland Community Center. Anniston Police Chief Nick Bowles says his officers were called to the scene when a fight involving several female high school students led to a shooting incident. Bowles says 50 to 60 gunshots were fired, with 2 vehicles being hit along with 1 juvenile victim. The chief said the victim was shot in the back and received minor injuries and was taken to RMC for treatment. Bowles says the shooting is still under investigation, and he emphasized that his department did not make the decision to cancel the parade. School officials have also canceled the pep rally that was scheduled to follow this evening's parade.
A Sachs High School teacher was arrested this morning and charged with setting several fires around the school. Principal Seth Taylor told authorities that he found 38-year-old LaGregory Thomas of Anniston walking around the gym about 7:50 this morning, shirtless and holding a gun. The principal was able to convince Thomas to put the gun down. The school's resource officer, John Gordon, was called to the scene and took Thomas into custody. Investigators then discovered that Thomas had set several fires at the school and had extinguished them himself, causing heavy smoke. Police said Thomas did not point his gun at anyone during the incident. Calhoun County School Superintendent Jose Reyes issued a statement this morning saying that there was no imminent threat to the safety of the campus community at any time during this incident. He went on to say that the system is conducting what he called a thorough and confidential investigation, and that the teacher involved is cooperating fully with that investigation.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the workload at the Anniston Army Depot.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Earlier this week, we introduced you to Abby Quinn, who took over the job as the top civilian at the Anniston Army Depot last month. In the second part of our interview with her, Quinn talked about the relationship between the depot and the local business community. As the largest employer in the region, AAD is a vital part of East Alabama economy, and Quinn says that has led to a close working relationship with the civilian business community.
I cannot say enough good things about the local community and the support that we receive. Anytime that we need anything, we have obviously through our headquarters, but then through the local chamber, they're always so very helpful to make sure that the needs of the depot are known, to make sure that however they can support us, that they do. The local community is a great asset for the installation here.
Unlike civilian industries that follow the demands of the marketplace, the depot must maintain its workload through the U.S. military and its defense contractors. Quinn was asked about the prospects for the depot's workload.
So the current workload is obviously very good. We typically look about 2 years out to see really where we're going to be. Much further beyond that, it's much more of a struggle to know what's going to happen, because things could change on a dime, and then it changes where we're going to need to be and what we're going to need to do. But we're constantly working with, our local partners through the different processes through our headquarters to make sure that we're positioned to meet whatever it is the military and our foreign allies need.
Quinn says another challenge for the depot is to balance its workforce to meet the needs of its clients.
So that's always a challenge. We're not like a normal company where we look out and see the demand of, what consumers want to buy. Our consumer is the United States military and obviously our foreign allies. And our demand changes based on the world climate. So we work very hard to make sure that we have the right number of people, the right skill sets in the right place at the right time. And that's challenging when you don't really know what your demand is going to be from day to day. So we work really hard at recruiting, very hard.
When we return, a top state official talked to leaders at Gadsden State this morning.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Jimmy Baker, Chancellor of Alabama's community college system, told an audience at Gadsden State this morning that the state's 2-year schools need to do a better job reaching out to potential students. In his State of the Community Colleges report, Baker said those schools have the potential to improve communities across Alabama.
The community college system, assuming it is functioning as it should within the community, is the best instrument that we have in this state to bring communities together and do the good work that we need to be doing across the state of Alabama. And we're committed to that proposition.
Baker also said that educators who work for the community colleges can have a big impact on the quality of lives their students may achieve.
We must find ways to have plans and guidance for all of our students from the early high school days, junior high days. And so we can let students know these are the opportunities that exist in your community and in the state and around. But this is what it takes to fill the role in one of those opportunities. But it's our job as educators to help them understand and move forward in a progress and plan toward being successful.
Anniston residents will get a sneak peek at the new city market on Friday night as the city holds its final 4th Friday of the summer from 6 to 9 p.m. That event will feature live music, vendors, and food. The city market is located at 126 West 11th Street in historic downtown Anniston. It's just undergone a major reconstruction project, and a ribbon-cutting event for the new space is now planned for October the 5th.
Man, it just can't get much better than we've had the weather lately. It has been fantastic, don't you agree?
I think that the complaint bin of letters is empty. Nobody has written in a letter of complaint.
Absolutely.
Over the last couple of weeks.
No way. And hopefully there's more of the same to come. Let's check with John Holder, who joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John, tell us about this beautiful weather. Is there more ahead?
Mike and Katie, this pleasant weather we've been having is going to continue for the foreseeable future. As a matter of fact, right on through the weekend. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Well, when we say the weather was just about average today across East Alabama, we mean that literally. Our average high, 84 degrees, our average low, 63, and that's exactly where we were today. 84 for the high, 63 for the low this morning. The record high temperature 97, the record low at 40 degrees. The sunrise time tomorrow morning past 6:30, now it's 6:31. And look at that sunset time, those days rapidly becoming shorter, 6:42 coming up this evening. Weather on your street for a Thursday night. Going to take you to Oak Ridge Avenue out in Blue Mountain. Mostly clear skies, dropping down to 60 degrees tonight in Blue Mountain and all across Calhoun and Cleburne counties. On your Friday, weather on your street takes you to Stripland Drive in Hobson City. It's going to be sunny and dry once again. We'll hit 84 degrees once again. That's exactly where we should be, obviously, for this time of year in September. So again, just a repeat of what we've had for the last several days coming up tomorrow in Hobson City. And as we take a look at the weekend, really summer days. We're going to officially begin fall on Saturday, but that does not mean that we're going to automatically switch over to fall weather. To the contrary, temperatures are going to actually rise on Saturday up into the mid-80s on Coffee Street in Jacksonville. Warm day for some Jacksonville State homecoming activities. Coffee Street and all the surrounding areas going to feel more like summertime than homecoming with temperatures in the mid-80s and plenty of sunshine. We do have a couple of changes coming to our 7-day forecast. Those changes not coming until Monday and Tuesday of next week. And even then, not big changes coming. About a 1 in 3 chance of an afternoon shower Monday. Same deal on Tuesday. Highs will remain in the 80s, nighttime lows in the 60s. Other than those very few pop-up showers and thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday, we're dry before then. We're dry after then. We could see maybe a lingering shower into Wednesday. Temperatures continue to gradually tamp down just a little bit. Upper 70s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and nighttime lows remaining in the lower 60s. Let's talk about now the temperature forecast for way on out. People have had that taste of fall this week, and they're wondering, John, where are the temperatures going? When are we going to see some truly fall weather coming up across East Alabama? Here's the forecast for September 28th. That's a week from now through October 4th. So we're looking at a couple of weeks, and as you can see, temperatures are going to remain really above average coming up for the next several days. So again, we don't see any really cool weather, certainly no cold weather coming as we close out the month of September and head into the month of October. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., about 30 minutes before sunrise, I'll be back here in the EAN Weather Center for a complete look at your morning and breakfast forecast. And of course, join me right back here tomorrow evening for EAN Local News. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama. Chase Robinson is next with sports. He's going to talk about the Oxford-Pinson Valley matchup coming up tomorrow night. Chase?
Thanks, John. We head into week 4 of the high school football season. There are some very notable games happening involving East Alabama teams. One of those is the Oxford Yellow Jackets, as they are going on the road to Pinson Valley for a 6A Region 6 matchup. The Oxford-Pinson Valley series has been an intense matchup over the last few years. 2019, Oxford had a 1-point win over the Indians in the regular season. They beat Pinson Valley in the semifinals to advance to that 2019 state championship. 2020, it was Pinson Valley knocking off Oxford. They haven't beaten the Indians since.
They've kind of been our nemesis here for the last several years. Going back to 2020, before I got here, they knocked Oxford out of the playoffs and knocked us out in 21 and beat us in the regular season last year in 22. And they're really better than their record looks. We're not falling into that trap of saying, hey, they're 1-2 and all that. They've played 3 good football teams.
In this week's Alabama Sports Writers Association poll, the Oxford Yellow Jackets moved up 1 spot to 9. They're 4-0 going into this Pinson Valley matchup. Coach Adams talked about the team wanting to prove this week that they belong.
The mantra of the week is prove it. You know, if you want to be thought of in the top tier of teams that, you know, maybe have a chance to make a deep playoff run, then you got to beat teams like Pinson Valley to prove that you belong in that kind of category. And according to the sports writers poll and all that, they're kind of voting us into that category. But you know, it's up to us to make sure that we maintain the level, not just maintain the level of play that we've had, but continue to improve week after week so that we're really playing our best football come week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oxford has a lot of weapons on offense, starting with quarterback Mason Mims. They put up 52 points last week. The offense has over 1,500 of total yards of offense. But it's not just one guy. There's quite a few guys on offense who contribute for the Yellow Jackets.
Mason Mims was, as consistent as he has been all year, distributing the ball where it needed to go. And I think you saw a lot of guys contribute pretty much equally across the board with, Kamari Hampton and Nick Richardson. We did rush for 6 touchdowns this past week. And that's always good to see. And had, Jacamian Embry got his first rushing touchdown of the year. But I think that's one of the big advantages that we do have is there's so many guys that can contribute, and some of those guys have had big games already, and some guys are still kind of waiting their turn.
Here are the Here are the games involving East Alabama teams this week. You got Alexandria on the road at Springville. White Plains is at Anniston. You've got Cherokee County hosting Hanceville. Cleburne County at home. They've got Mumford in a region matchup. Donahoe on the road at Victory Christian. You've got Glencoe hosting Plainview. Westbrook Christian is at Hoax Bluff. You've got Jacksonville going on the road to Talladega. You've got Lincoln at Moody. Also, big Calhoun County matchup here in 3A. Ohatchee is at Piedmont. Oxford makes the trip over to Pinson Valley. Pleasant Valley is at home. They've got Cleveland. Ranbert on the road at Woodland. You've got Weaver at Randolph County. Sachs at Childersburg. Southside is on the road at St. Clair County. Spring Garden is at Winterboro. You got Raglan at Wadley. And the Welborn Panthers make the trip down to Dadeville. That's it for your EAN Local Sports. Mike and Katie, take it away.
Thank you for that update, Chase. And thank you for watching us today.
You can find us here online every weekday on either Facebook or YouTube and on our website, eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed, watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.